Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, November the 3rd. Welcome to our joint team Zoom call with the Wessinger team. Christina and I are happy to talk to you guys this morning about virtual parties. So before we get started, I've got a question for you guys. Who has done a virtual party before? Raise your hand if you've done a virtual party before. Okay. Good amount of people. Okay. So next question, and I need you guys to chime in. What are some of the challenges that you faced in your virtual parties? Okay, Christine, challenges you faced.
I had trouble with getting people to respond.
Yeah.
There was like radio silence in one of the parties.
Gotcha. No host engagement or no guest engagement. So they're not talking.
Right. The host was engaged, but not the guest.
Not the guest. Okay. Who else? Challenges you face with virtual parties. Be totally honest. Don't think, oh, I don't want to say that. Totally honest. Challenges you faced.
Getting the host to invite enough people.
Thank you, Regina. Getting the host to invite enough people. Okay, so they're giving you pushback with that.
Well, they just didn't invite enough people, even though I kept telling them, invite more people, invite more people.
Okay. We're going to talk about that.
They eliminated people without thinking about it, or they thought too much about it, maybe.
Gotcha. We're going to address that. We're going to talk about that. Who else? Challenges you face with virtual parties.
Well, I am new to this in a few weeks, and I tried with my niece in upstate New York, and she invited 72 people, but she's only had 2 that have responded, but I have no idea what I'm doing, so this is wonderful for me, and I'm limited in time because I do have a full-time job, and in the evenings it's, crazy life, so this is just going to be good for me.
Carol, that's perfect. That's why we're doing this, because there are people in our company who work full-time jobs and run a great Pampered Chef business. And a lot of them do rock out virtual parties. Some of the fast track execs that we have in our company run total virtual businesses. And Christina and I have done some research, looked at some of the things some of those folks are doing, and that's what we're going to share with you today. Some really good best practices.
Yeah, and I think y'all are going to really come away realizing that there's a few different things that we can do as consultants to be the authority in this. And even if you are brand spanking new, the things that we're going to teach you is going to help you not only feel, but also come off in your virtual parties with your host as the authority on virtual parties. It might be the very first virtual party that you're doing, but the methods that we're going to teach you, you're going to be able to chat with your host and really come off as, you know what, I know what I'm talking about. Just follow these steps and you will have a good party. And so we've all got challenges. We all will have certain types of parties that won't do well, but there is a method to the madness in booking virtual parties. So one of the top execs in the company talked about the other day that when you book 4 virtual parties in a week, and this is key, especially for newbies or when you're really trying to launch the virtual aspect of your business, when you do 4 virtual parties in a week, all right, 1 is not going to do anything. 1 might get a couple of orders, okay? 1 is going to qualify at $200, and 1 is going to be really good. But let's flip that around. What if you only booked 2 in that week? What if one of them didn't do anything and 1 only got a couple of orders? You might automatically assume, oh, this virtual party stuff doesn't work, or oh, this Pampered Chef business doesn't work for me. But if you are consistent and you book the 4, and then you book a 4, and then you book a 4, telling you, you will end up with exactly what you want out of this whole thing. And that's what we're going to teach you today.
Yes, and the system that we're going to teach you is about when you're running those 4, you're putting the same stuff in all 4. And we're not telling you, one big tip of somebody, I can't even remember who it was. I think it was, Chris, what's the girl, Weiranger, or who is it? Christina. Yes. One thing she said was she is very efficient with her time. And she said, when I check in on my virtual parties, I don't check by notifications because I could do that all day long. One tip that she had was when she checks in on her virtual parties, she does it maybe in the morning, she might do it at lunch, and she might do it at night. Now, if you work full time and you're a teacher like Stacy, you don't have time to check in the morning, because you don't have a break. Lunch for a teacher is like enough time to gobble down your food. And then in the evening is the only time she would have time to check. And maybe your, job is the same way. It's okay. But she goes through them at night while she's sitting on the couch watching TV or whatever, and she checks into the party and scrolls through the whole party. Do not check by notifications. And that's been huge for me because I could spend all day clicking on notifications. People will wait till you check in, especially if you put a blurb out there and let people know, hey, I work full time, so I'm going to be checking in with you guys at night on any games that we're playing, that kind of thing. You're letting people know that if they work full time, they can do it too. Okay? So, yes, we're for recruiting. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask everybody to mute yourself now so that we can get a clean recording, and we're going to jump into the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. So mute yourself unless you're in, like an area that's super quiet, and we'll get started. Okay. So here's what we want you to think about with regards to virtual parties. We want you to think about this as a cooking show or cooking class. Okay. We want you to totally get in the mindset that this is a cooking show and you're in front of people, but you're just doing it virtually. So that's the first thing that you have to get in your mindset is that, okay? So just like a live show, and the same way that you would work with your host on a live show, you want to assume that your host knows absolutely nothing, okay? Now, you may have a host that has 1,000 Facebook friends and is constantly posting on Facebook. But here's the thing. She doesn't know how virtual parties work. You are the expert, and you will be after this call today because we're going to give you A, B, C, and D. You're the authority, like Christina said, so you have to get her to understand that you know what you're talking about, and when she gives you pushback, like Regina was talking about, you're going to gently turn her around and let her know, let me tell you, this is why we're doing this, okay? So here's the first thing. You are going to explain how it works and the host's benefits, and that you have a proven system that will give her the results she wants from her party, okay? You're instilling confidence in her that you have the ability to give her a great party, because people do this because they want free products. They want to have some fun with their friends, right? Same reason people have a cooking class, okay? Number 2, you are going to tell her how to invite people. You're going to show her how, and you're going to give her the words to say, okay? If they know how and the words to say, they're more likely to do it. Number 3, you're going to talk to her about why outside orders are so important. Just like the cooking show in the home, remember, we teach our host, hey, there's going to be people that are not going to attend the party, but you need to get orders outside of the party. Get in that same mindset with virtual. There's going to be people that aren't active on Facebook, but you still need to invite them to the party because they'll order. Remember, they cannot order if we don't invite them, okay? Number 4, you're going to tell her about the booking benefit for her. Okay, it's coming up on Christmas. Maybe she just wants to get the free product value and doesn't have money when you close out the party to invest in half price items. But if she gets the bookings, and we want 3 bookings from every virtual party, 3, okay? If she gets 3 bookings from her virtual party, then those are 3 half price items that she can spend money on, a little bit at a time. And remember what Christina said about virtual parties. If you book 3 from the host, okay, 1 probably won't do anything. 1, you'll get a couple orders. Another one is most likely to do really well. That's why you want to book 3. And you absolutely want to talk to your host about kit credit. And I'm going to give you a quick example of this. I had a host that I've been working with this week. We're closing out her party today. From the day we started the party, she was like, Kim, do you think I could go live? She used to sell years ago, and she was like, I'm going to go live and make a taco ring. I'm like, absolutely. And then I started telling her, girl, you should sell this. She went live. She did well. She's chatty in her party. I'm like, Trudy, why don't you sell this? Why don't you sell this? No, Kim, I don't have time. I don't have time. Fast forward all week long. We had a conversation last night, and she was like, I'm really thinking about selling this because of all the little snippets I put in there about hosting, and her party just kept climbing. We are closing her party today with $1,200 in sales. She has 2 friends that are interested in selling, and she has 3 bookings. So totally turned around last night. She was like, gosh, girl, I think I'm just going to do it. I'm like, yeah. But she kept telling me, no, no, no. Okay. So when the party's successful, your host is more likely to jump on and say, hey, I'm going to do it. Okay, so let's get started. This document that I'm about to share with you, you are going to be able to print one out, but we're just going to go through it step by step. So I'm going to click share, and then here's my screen. Okay, so give me a nod if you can see what I'm showing you. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to run through this step by step. First thing I'm going to tell you about is the outline for how I do my parties. Now, you can change the outline if you want, but I'm going to tell you the reason I do it this way. So I start my virtual parties on a Tuesday. And here's why I start them on a Tuesday. Because I want the host to add her friends, have fun over the weekend while people are off, playing games, getting engaged in the party, okay? Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we're playing games and all that. So I don't start the party post until Tuesday. The reason why I started on Tuesday, how many of you always have an easy Monday morning? Nobody does. Monday is the day you're getting back in the groove from the weekend. Mondays for me are always catch up from the weekend. So I need Monday to get myself straight. So that's why I start mine on Tuesday, okay? So I start my party post on a Tuesday, and I post Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days worth of posts, 3 different themes. So maybe one day is about a quick cooker. One day is about a pizza, theme. One day is about baking products. The party pack, virtual party packs are in marketing imagery, and I come up with daily templates so I can pick and choose whatever I want. Friday posts are always a little shorter, and that's my top 5. Now, this time of year, your Friday could be your top 5 gifts for the holidays. It could be top 10 gifts, whatever you want to do, okay? Now, here's the schedule. The week before the party starts on Tuesday, okay, that's the day that your host is going to start inviting people to the virtual party. And remember, same way you would encourage your host to invite people to the cooking class, okay? She's going to invite people to the virtual party. And we're going to show you how she's going to do that, okay? On that Friday, you're going to create the group, and then she's going to start adding people Friday and Saturday. So the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, those are the times that you're going to start playing games to get people engaged. No basic, no theme day posts, no nothing like that. Just fun games getting people to chat. where on the next, on that Tuesday, that's when the party starts, poster rolling, everything is going. So does that make sense? Okay, so Tuesday to Tuesday, okay? Now, when we finish up, we'll do a question and answer time. So no question is like, oh, that's stupid, I can't ask it. If you don't understand, you got to stop us, okay? So here's how we're going to start out with the little document. So send your host a friend request on Facebook when she books the party. If she's not your friend already, if she's from a party, that's like your hello. You send her a friend request immediately and you start to get to know her. Hey, tell me about you and your family. Tell me about why you wanted to do this party. What do you do for a living? As soon as it's booked, even if it's a month out, okay, you got to get to know her, send her a friend request. The day that you book the party, you've got to send her a host packet, okay? Got to send her a host packet. And then the day you mail the host packet, you want to send her this message on Messenger. Hey, Susie, hope all is well. Wanted to let you know I put your host packet in the mail to you today. Can you take a look at it and start passing around the catalog and taking orders now? Here's the ordering link. Let me know as soon as you receive the packet, and we'll do a call to go over a few details. Okay? So you want her to start working on orders ahead of time. You're giving her the shopping link, and then you're going to go over the packet with her. Now, the packet, when you go over that, it's basic host coaching. You're going to show her the grid on the back of the catalog, and you're going to keep it really simple. Show her this, or I'm going to tell you what I do. If you're not using this, this is probably the best resource you can have is this. This is a party planner, okay? Please include those in your host packet because this tells you A, B, C, and D, everything to go over. And then here's the magic. On the back is a place for her to write down everybody she is inviting to her virtual party, okay? Now, when she receives the host packet, that's when you start talking to her about, oh, let me catch up here. Got to click this thing to get it to scroll down. There we go. Okay. When she receives the host packet, you're going to go over all the host benefits. You're going to tell her that you're excited. Well, this is about scheduling the call. Okay, so what to cover during the call. Talked a little bit about that with this, cover all that. And then you're going to say, it's really important for you to invite your friends to join the party. And this is number 1 in the document that we're covering. I'm going to provide you with an invitation that you can text or private message to your friends to let them know about the upcoming party. You'll personalize the invitation on Consultants Corner and take a screenshot with your phone and save to your pictures. Now, if you have questions about this, write it down, and then when we finish, we'll talk to you about it. But all this is when you set up the party on Consultants Corner, you're able to personalize that invitation. And that's all this is. When you personalize that invitation, you can do it on your computer, but you want to open it up on your phone and then take a screenshot of it and send it to her. Text it to her. Now, when it's saved to her pictures on her phone, and you're going to need to explain this to her, I'm going to send you a picture. I want you to save it to your pictures on your phone so that you can send it through private message or text. You do not want her just to put this on her Facebook page. We're going to have her do that, but not yet. So basically all this says is, my PC chick, Kim will be posting videos, sharing gift ideas, and we'll be giving away a free product at the end of the week, from my party, and you're excited to invite her. We'll be setting up the group on Friday. Can I add you? So she's inviting people to the group. Gone are the days where you can tell your host just to add 200 of her friends to the party. That doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work on Facebook. What Facebook does now is when you set up a group and she starts adding people, People get it in their notifications, but believe me, they don't see it. And people have to accept to be added to the group. And if they don't see it, they're not going to do it. And believe me, it gets lost in notifications, because 2 of my new consultants have invited me to their groups that they've set up so I can help them, and I didn't even see it. Didn't even see it, okay? So same way with a cooking show, she's inviting people to the group, okay? So words to say there. Now, this is number of people. You got to talk to your host and get her to understand it's important to invite at least 50 people to ensure that 25 will join. Out of the 25 that join the group, we can expect 12 to order. Other orders can come from local friends and family outside of Facebook. With 15 orders, we can expect 1,000 in sales and a $215 shopping spree for you. Here's the cool thing about virtual parties. They don't have to be local. Tell her to invite your friends that live out of state. Invite people from everywhere. Don't assume that people don't want to order, okay? Don't assume. That's not her decision to make, and that's not your decision to make for her. She's got to invite them. She has no clue who's going to want to, order and who's not. So she's got to invite them. So you got to walk her through that. And then you're telling her her main responsibilities. You cannot say, oh, just do a virtual party. It's no work for you. That's not true. Just like in a cooking show, there's work for the host. There's work for if she wants to do it virtual. So her 2 main responsibilities are personally inviting her friends and interacting in her party. You wouldn't invite your friends to your home and then hide in the pantry. Same thing with this. She's got to be present in the party. Also post, we're going to tell her that she's going to post on her Facebook wall that she's having a party, and then you can include a cute little pic. But this is just what my host did to let people know. She just put on her Facebook wall, would you like to come to my Pampered Chef party? Comment below and I'll add you. Lots of cool products. Look here, how many people commented? 29. Okay. Now she did this along with personally inviting people through private message or text. So we want her to do both, because there may be somebody she left out that will get added when they see it on her Facebook wall. Okay? Now, there's another way she can invite people. You can do this or not, especially if she's having problems getting people in the party. This is another way. So she can personally invite people from the group that you've set up. So this is a step-by-step guide for this, okay? So, sorry. Here is the party that I set up for my girl Trudy. That's, oh, shoot. Let me go back here. Technical difficulties, sorry. Here we go, here we go. Let me get back to where I want to be. Here we go. Okay, so here's her group that's been set up. Okay, now do you see what I've got circled here at the top? I'm pointing at the computer, but y'all can't see my finger. Okay, see here at the top that little icon? When you have your host, click on that icon, and you can send her screenshots. You can totally do this in her party. And this is what I had her do. I had her open the party on her phone, and I showed her how to do this. Okay, so you can practice in a party, and you can show your host how to do it too. So when you click on that icon, this is going to come up, and it's going to say share group. Okay, so when she clicks share group, then I'm scrolling. It's going to give her the option to share it on Facebook, copy the link, or send it as a message. So we don't want her to share it on Facebook. Okay, we want her to privately invite people. So she can send it as a message or just copy the link and send to people. Okay, if she sends it as a message, this is what she's going to see when she clicks on that. It's a little magnifying glass there that's going to ask her to search friends, and then a little private message to type in and send it to people. Okay, there you go. So that's another way she can invite people. We're scrolling. We're scrolling. Okay, calm down. Now, you're also going to tell her that we're setting up your group on Friday. So remember, you're talking to her at the beginning of the week before the party starts. We're setting up your group for you on Friday. You'll start adding folks to the group on Friday and Saturday. I'll do some pre-party posts Sunday through Monday. We'll play some games. We'll start posting the next week, Tuesday through Friday, and then wrap up on Saturday morning. And then you want to tell her this. This could be the furthest thing from your mind. But one option we give our hosts is to allow them to use this party as your own grand opening virtual party that we can run for you. You'll not only be the host, but the consultant and earn commissions plus host benefits. Is this something you'd like to give a try? Okay, so you can flip the party for her, or if she's saying, no, I don't want to do that, and a lot of people will, you can expect that that's going to happen. As the party rolls on, by the end of the time that it closes, that's when you can talk to her about kit credit, just like the girl I was telling you about previously. So you set up the group for your host. You want to make her an administrator, and then she starts adding the guest. During the party tips, and Christina's going to give you a lot more for your host to do, you want to be sure and friend request the folks that are engaged in the party and active, okay, from the time it starts. Those will be the ones that will most likely book, order, and join you in your team. Keep a paper list of notes of those who are active and what products they're liking, commented on, interested in. So let me show you this. Here it is. These are notes from the party that I am closing out today. That was $1,200. Now, if you can see, there's lots of things that are highlighted, lots of notes. So I wrote down, like, I'll do little tally marks, you know, every time they comment or like something, because that's how you do the drawings. I'll put what I'm going to post every day. If you look here, this talks about the different days. Like I did a fajita day, a quick cooker day, a pizza day. I did a game on Sunday. It was a quiz on Food Network that I posted on our team page. On Saturday, I did a GIF about what's for dinner. On Monday, I did something about Halloween candy, like what kind of candy you steal out of your kids', you know, Halloween buckets. Here's the answers to the game, so I can check off who's doing that. Here's highlights, a little grid. The pink means people that ordered. Blue means people who are booking. You know, I've got things out to the side. Who's interested in the quick cooker? You know, it's just a little paper page for you to just keep track of the party. So you're organizing yourself as you do it, okay? Last day of the party on Friday, which for me was yesterday, you want to send this to your host to get additional orders. Hey, Blank, today is the last day, or Susie, I don't want to call her host Blank. Hey, Susie, today's the last day of your party. You have $300 in orders now. Let's make this happen. Many people will order later tonight and even tomorrow morning. While ordering is open through Sunday, so you're going to give her to Sunday, we really want to get as many people in as soon as possible so that we're not biting our nails through the weekend. I know a lot of people get paid on Friday, so if you have a friend tell you that, be sure to let him know that ordering is still open, and then you can follow up on Saturday if they forget. Okay, for you to do as the consultant, this is so important. I cannot tell you how important this is. I have had parties, and if you've done virtual parties, you know this. All week long, 0 orders come in. Okay, you've got to prepare your host and let her know. I don't want you to be nervous, but this is probably what's going to happen. Nobody's going to start ordering until Friday. Why do they not start ordering until Friday? Because they want to see everything. But you have to remind them that they, you know, need to order. Okay, so you're going to do this. On Friday, you're going to send an individual Facebook message to all the active guests. Remember, you know who those are because you've been keeping a list all week. Hi, Susie. This is Christina's Pampered Chef Chick. You don't have to say Pampered Chef Chick. Make it your own. I call myself a Pampered Chef Chick, okay? Thanks so much for joining the party. I wanted to let you know that the party will soon be over. You know, Pampered Chef has so many amazing products that help you prepare meals easily and quickly. And Susie's so close to reaching her goal. You can browse and shop her party right here. I love helping people save time in the kitchen. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or comments. So here's the thing. You're reminding her, hey, the party's closing. You need to get your order in. You're not having her search the feed in the party, the post for the link. You're giving it to her right there. Okay? So that's how you wrap it up. Now, Christina is going to share specifically what you do with the host, how she is going to stay engaged in the party, because you're going to give her a guide of what to do. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, Christina, and then you can click to share yours.
All right, so, all right, let me go to, this is it. Okay, so let me go back down to where we were. All right, so this was all some really good information. It's so funny because every time we do something like this, I always learn so much. I love it. So the key in all of this is, because we talked about challenges at the beginning of the call, the key is to make sure that your host is engaged and that we're giving her or him little tasks of things to do, because it then shows, number one, you're the authority, but number two, it also shows that they're excited about their party and that they are engaged. And, you know, in all honesty, the guests, they want to see their friend on the party. They don't really care to see the Pampered Chef lady. They care to see their friend, the host, on the party. So on Friday, you're going to send, or actually send individual messages to all of the active party guests, like Kim was just talking about. Now, for your host, she is going to, you're going to challenge her basically, no matter what the party sales are at this point. She needs to text, and notice that's in, you know, capital letters. She needs to text at least 10 people that she has not heard from during the party, or that might not be on Facebook at all, because frankly, a lot of people are not on Facebook. It's not, you know, too shocking. So if there's, you know, maybe Aunt Gertrude and, you know, her cousin Linda, they don't do Facebook or whatever, this is a way for them to be able to order on the party as well. So, hey, Aunt Gertie, I'm wrapping up a Pampered Chef party and I'm collecting a few final orders. Would you be interested in taking a look online to see if there's anything you'd like? You can browse or shop here. And so again, giving them the party link so that they don't have to search for it will be key. And then another thing that she's going to do, you're going to have her text at least 10 people who they think would host a party, so that they can get an additional 50% off item, the future party pick, at those parties. And so the words might go something like this. Hey, Becky, thank you so much for participating in my Facebook Pampered Chef party. I hope you've had fun. I'm looking for 2 friends to book from me. Now, let me stop right there. 9 times out of 10, your host friends will book because of her, not because of you. You know, they may like you, you might be an awesome consultant, and you might have been a whole lot of fun. But if their friend says, hey, I need 2 people to book for me, will you do it? Yeah, girl, I'll help you out. You know, 9 times out of 10, they'll do it for their friend, but not for the consultant. So it's key to get your host involved in the booking process. And here's the key little phrase right here in this little message. I'll be your first order, since I'll be getting something at 50% off from your party. What do you think? Are you game? All right. So now I'm going to share with you a few little host challenges that you can give to your host, and a few things for them to do, including some pictures. And don't worry about all of this, y'all. We're going to share all of this with you so that you have all the stuff handy. All right, so 4 days prior to the party starting, your host needs to start ramping up the excitement on her Facebook wall. So she could do, just like Kim's host did, just a simple little blurb Or she could do something super fun and engaging like this picture. Hey friends, I'm having an online Pampered Chef party. Comment with an emoji if you want to be invited. So this will get people excited instead of her just going in and blindly inviting guests who she thinks would enjoy the party. This is a great way for her friends to say, dude, count me in. I'd love to be part of that. So this will be a great way to do that. All right. So host challenge number 1. You're going to share this with your host 4 days prior to the party starting. And you can copy and paste this into a text or into a Facebook message. 9 times out of 10, if you're doing a virtual party on Facebook, your host wants to be communicated with probably via Facebook, unless she's a friend of yours or something and you have her cell phone number. So the thing to do is send this to her. Host challenge number 1, individually message, text, or email at least 40 people that you want to invite to your party, and make a list of at least 10 more people that are not on Facebook that you can share the shopping link with. So this is going to get her to, maybe you have her get a piece of paper out, kind of like Kim has got a piece of paper for every virtual host that she's got going on. Maybe your virtual host needs to have a piece of paper handy that she takes notes on for her own party, including this little challenge here. So the more people, kind of like with a cooking show, the more people that she reaches out to or he reaches out to personally via private message or texting, the better off her party attendance is going to be, and better off the engagement is going to be, because she's actually going to get people that want to be involved in her party. Okay. Now, host challenge number 2, you're going to send this image that I'm about to show you to your host via a text message or private Facebook message 2 days before the party is going to start. So the words for your host to post with her picture is going to be this. So little side note, sending words to say to your host will ensure that she will actually get some engagement and will actually ensure that she follows through on it too, because a lot of times our hosts might be bashful. Maybe they're like, I don't know what to say to get my friends involved and active on my party. So giving them the words to say will be key. So she can simply say something like, I'm so excited to be working with Kim on my upcoming Pampered Chef party. I love these products and this is number 1 on my wish list. What's on your wish list? Share with me what are your Pampered Chef must-haves in your kitchen. All right. So
hey, Christina, are you showing them the images?
Yeah, can you see it?
No, we can't see the images.
You can't see my screen?
We can see your screen, but it's just got the outline. It doesn't have the images.
Oh, that's not good, because I see the images on my side. I'm so sorry. Shoot.
We don't see them.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, let me go back in. Okay. Let's see. This will stop.
Stop sharing?
Yeah, you click stop sharing.
Okay, let's see. How do I do that? Oh, shoot.
And then I'll share mine as you're going through it.
Okay, now I done something here. I don't know.
If you click view options, let's see. No, if you go to the bottom where it says share, okay, you click stop. Okay, let me go into share.
That is so weird. I wonder why it was doing that.
I don't know. It wasn't. When you were talking, I thought, well, I'm not seeing any pictures.
Shoot, because my pictures were cute.
I know. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's the host challenge number 1 she was talking about.
Yep. Cute,
and this is what she's talking about now, having this to post it on their Facebook wall.
Look, I'm having a party.
Right. So, there you go.
So yeah, post this or send this to your hostess and have her do this 2 days prior before the party. That way she can go ahead and get some engagement going. And just like we are ramping up also on the party page prior to the regular post starting, she needs to ramp it up as well and get her friends invited and get her friends engaged so that they see that she's actually included. So another thing that you want to send to your host is this image here. You want to give her and her guests a way to show them how to be included on all of the notifications. The truth is Facebook is changing daily. They want to stay a social atmosphere and not necessarily a business atmosphere. So in order for us to do that, our host needs to make sure to send this picture to them with the words, hey friends, thanks for joining in on the group. Follow these easy steps so that you don't miss out on anything. And so this picture down here shows step 1, 2, and 3. Now this is if you are doing groups. Kim and I do groups so that we can use Post My Party. And so this is gonna show the guest how to stay engaged and edit their notification settings so that they get notifications on all the posts inside the group. So this is key for sure. That way they're not missing anything, because like Kim said earlier, people are missing the notifications now for these groups because they actually have to go in and click that they want to be added to the group. That's a new thing. All right, so next one is host challenge number 4. Now, this one is going to be key. Do a recorded or Facebook Live video of your favorite Pampered Chef items in your kitchen, or show a picture of what you made for dinner tonight and how Pampered Chef helped. So, she might be nervous to go live. I know a lot of people are, but if they can record a video, or even if they can take a selfie or something like that, it's going to be our job to help them through their fears. Because if you're nervous about going live on Facebook, she might be as well, or he might be as well. So just encourage her to make it short and sweet. She could just be as simple as, hey y'all, I'm having a Pampered Chef party. Thank y'all so much for, coming to my party. And this is what I'm looking forward to getting for free. And she shows a picture of herself with the catalog or something as easy as that. Her friends need to see her using the products. And if your host does not own any products at all, she should have a packet by this point, and she can hold up the catalog, point to what she wants, point to that quick cooker or that rock crock and say, this is what I want for free, and take a picture, something like that. She can also go onto YouTube and she can find the product that she wants in a YouTube video and post the link. That way she is not in the video. She doesn't have to worry about it. She can just say, this is what I want for free with my Pampered Chef party. Thank y'all so much for attending. All right. I hate making you scroll through here, but that's all right. All right, host challenge number 5 on day 3 of the party. So we're rocking and rolling through the party at this point. Have the host post this, a little reminder that the party is ending, and place orders. She can message or text at least 10 people that are not active or not on the party at all, and let them know that the party is ending soon. And don't forget, hostess, you can start working on your order too, but also make sure that she posts the link in there. Every time the host sends a message to her friends, or every time you message the guest of the party, make sure that the link is in it, because some folks are not very observant, and they're going to go quick glance, oh, I don't see the link. And they're going to be like, where's the link? So just every single time, just post the link, post the link, post the link. All right, number 9, or actually the last one. Have your host text or Facebook or private message these words to 10 friends outside of the Facebook group that have not ordered yet. All right. Can we scroll down a little bit? Yeah. You want to make sure that she follows up with friends who have not ordered yet. And that's where the little piece of paper is going to come in handy for her and for you on your notes on who has ordered, who's active. And she can say, hey, Susie, I'm wrapping up my online Pampered Chef party and wanted to see if you'd like to take a quick peek at the catalog. I'm so close to reaching my goal. Y'all, she could have had 0 orders on there, or she could have $800 on there. It won't matter. She's so close to reaching her goal. Is there anything you need or Christmas gifts that you'd like to order? And share the party link. Again, share the party link. Now, on the final day of the party, she needs to post a thank you to her friends and a final order reminder with the party link in her party and on her personal Facebook page. Because at this point, she's posted on her Facebook wall, her personal wall. She's posted in the group, reminding people of the party. She's asked who wants to be invited. Now we're wrapping it up. And she can say, thank you so much to everybody who participated in my party. Here's the party link. We're wrapping everything up today and closing it out. Thank y'all so much for participating. Or thank you to whoever. Thank you to everybody who ordered. So she needs to make sure she thanks people for it, for attending the party and for ordering on the party. Okay. Is that the last one? I believe that's the last one.
That's it. And you'll notice, I meant to clean up these images and you couldn't see Christina's because she cleaned hers up. But the host challenges or, the numbers, we're going to take those images off so you'll have those to share. Just give me the weekend to do that. Because, of course, we stole this from somebody, okay? Nothing is original in this business. Nothing at all. So we stole that from somebody. Okay, so anything else, Christina? I mean, that pretty much took them through everything.
Yeah, the thing that we are also going to do, Kim has already posted on her team page. I'm going to post on mine. But there have been a couple of training videos on Facebook parties that some of the folks who are doing really well with them have done with tips and things like that. One of them being Stephen Drapowski. He's a new executive director with Pampered Chef, 100% virtual. And he was doing some training on this very thing the other day. One of the things that he really encourages is making sure that you are the authority in the Pampered Chef party and that you act as such and that you tell your host how to have a successful party and that you guide them step by step. That way they will do what you tell them to do. And then one of the other things that he says, I'll just kind of ruin the surprise a little bit, but you can watch the video and see. One of the things that he highly encourages, and Kim and I were like, whoa, we're totally doing this, is to tell your hostess before their party kicks off that you're going to show them examples of two parties. You're going to add them to one party and then add them to another party, and then you're going to remove them shortly after they take a look at the party. So what you're going to do strategically is you're going to add them to a party that did well. Maybe the host was really engaged. The guests were engaged. Everybody was having a good time, lots of comments, lots of orders. And then you're also going to add them to a party that, not so much, okay? Maybe it didn't have any engagement. Maybe there was only you posting. Maybe the host was MIA. You're going to add them to both. And then you're going to ask the hostess what she noticed or what he noticed about each one of those parties. That's going to be the secret, because then they are going to notice exactly what they should be doing as a hostess in their own party. And you're going to say, do you want to be like this hostess or like this hostess? Which one do you want? Which show do you want? And so, of course, they're going to want the one with all the engagement. Okay. So it's going to kind of open their eyes to see what an actual virtual Pampered Chef party that's successful looks like versus one that's not.
Awesome. Awesome. So everybody unmute yourself.
Did we lose?
We got everybody. Oh. Shoot. Oh, I'm back. We got everybody? Okay. I think I froze up for a minute. Can you see me? Oh.
Where you at? You froze.
Oh.
All right.
Am I back? Where are you going? Okay.
Let's see.
I'm back.
Okay, while she's coming back, there she goes. What did y'all learn from this? Anybody learn something that you're like, oh my gosh, this was what I needed?
Absolutely everything.
Good. I love it.
Yes. I was trying to take notes, but I thought, well, no, it'll be back on, so I'll just take notes, and then I can stop it and write and stop and write. But I think I'm going to have my husband do a party, a virtual, then I can learn from him.
Oh, why not? Absolutely. That's good. I love it. All right. Anybody else have any feedback or questions?
I love having the words to say.
Yeah.
That's very helpful.
I did
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because the copy and pasting is easy.
For all of us,
Yeah.
when we're learning something new, just give us the words to say. Let us know.
Everybody else good?
Is that Kim?
Can y'all see me or am I not?
Kim, you sound awful. Just so you
Okay.
know.
Let me end the recording.
Right.
And we can't see you anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna end the recording. I'm hoping it recorded.